Hi everybody, it's Barbara here at Country Lily Decor. Today's video is part of the Look for Less challenge, which is hosted by Yami, the Latina next door, and co-hosted by Linda, Faith Chick 777. I will have their YouTube channels linked down in my description box below, so when you finish watching this video, I hope that you will go over to their channels and take a look at all their wonderful videos. They have great ideas, wonderful inspiration. I love watching them both. The Look for Less challenge is finding an item that you would like to incorporate in your home and then recreating that item on a lot less expensive scale. I love how my project turned out, and I can't wait to show it to you. If you like this video, I hope that you'll hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you'll be notified each time I post a new video. So with all that being said, let's get on with the project. The decor piece I chose was a pottery jug table lamp that Wayfair had for sale for $197.99. For this project, you're going to need a glass bottle. I used one that my husband had in the shop. He likes to collect old bottles, and this is one that he had displayed on his shelf, and I asked him could I use it to make a lamp. He was ecstatic to allow me to use it because now it can be placed in our house and he can enjoy it every day. You'll also need a lampshade. The one you see in right now is not the one I used. I opted to buy a different one because the bottle was a lot larger and that particular shade did not look well with this bottle, so I decided to go with a bigger lampshade, but you'll see that towards the end of the video. You'll also need some carbide tip glass and tile cutting drill bits. I used a 1/2 inch. You could purchase these in a set of 6 at Harbor Freight for $7.99. You're also going to need some gloss spray paint. I used Krylon Fusion all-in-one satin white that has the paint and the primer. I also used a triple thick crystal clear glaze from Krylon to put a protective coating on it, which you will also see in the video. I also used a drill, hot glue, E6000, and lamp parts from a previous lamp I owned that I took apart, and I ended up using several pieces from that, but I also purchased a lamp kit because the new shade I purchased ended up having a different mechanism at the top that I needed, so I purchased that at Lowe's for $12.98. So altogether, my total spent between the drill bit set, the spray paint that I had to use, which was satin white, the lampshade, as well as the mechanism for the light, the lamp, the total was $45 because the rest of the materials I had on hand. The next thing I do is take my hot glue gun and pick the spot on the bottle that I want the cord to exit from, and that is on the bottom of the back of the bottle, and I make a couple of circles with the hot glue because what I want to do is be able to pour water in there so that it will puddle up when I get ready to drill it. I set the bottle in between two 2x4 pieces that I had clamped to the table and placed a towel underneath so that when I drilled the drill bit through the glass, it would not roll around and would not be on a hard surface and scratch the bottom of the bottle. After putting on my safety glasses, I poured a little bit of water in the hole that I made with the hot glue and began to drill into the glass very slowly. Make sure you take your time and drill very slowly so that you don't crack the glass or shatter the glass. It took me about 5 minutes in order to get the drill bit to go through the glass because I was constantly adding water to the puddle and drilling very slowly. Once the drill bit went through the glass bottle safely and nothing cracked or shattered, I took a putty knife and slowly took the hot glue. I just kind of pulled up each little edge around until I could pull the hot glue off of where the hole is now in the bottle. I I then took rubbing alcohol and cleaned the outside of the bottle thoroughly so that the paint would adhere to it well. And I went ahead and cleaned the pieces from my previous lamp so that paint would adhere to it as well, and taped up some pieces, but I did not end up using this cord. Like I said before, I ended up buying a kit, so the cord, even though I taped it up, I did not use it. Once the bottle was dry from cleaning it with the rubbing alcohol, I spray painted the bottle and the lamp pieces that I was going to use with the satin white spray paint. I put on 3 light coats, and then I let it dry completely overnight before applying any acrylic paint. Once the paint is completely dried, I take apple barrel white paint and apple barrel granite gray, and I create a lighter gray mixture. Then I also take the granite gray only, and I paint lines all around the bottle and then dry brush the lighter gray mixture around the lines and around the bottle in order to give it that marble effect. This is the first time I've ever done the marble effect, and I think it's turned out quite nicely. Once that dries, I go back with the gray and I create more veining and then bring out some more veining that I like to stand out more in the bottle. I take a plastic bag and I dab over those veins shortly after I paint it to kind of blend it in so it'll give it that more natural look. And then I also take the dry brush and put the little bit of that gray mixture on there and just dry brush over it until it blends in very well. And I think it turned out very nice. Once that dries, I take it outside and I spray paint the clear glaze. I put on 3 very thin coats of clear spray paint glaze. Once the paint has completely dried, I take the cord from the lamp kit that I purchased and I feed the cord through the bottom hole up through the lid. I did have to use a dowel to try to get that cord up to the top so that I could pull it out. Once I have that out, I put on the piece from my previous lamp and I fed it through that metal piece and had it come up, and then I attached the pieces from my other lamp that I had painted and put those on there. And then I get the socket ready. Now, of course, I took it over to my husband, who's an electrician, and he wired it up for me. And then I set it on and put the light on and made sure everything worked properly before I sealed or glued anything down. I used E6000 to attach the piece from my previous lamp to the top of the bottle to give it that finished look. And then I also used hot glue to put on another piece from the lamp on the cord to cover up the hole in the bottom of the bottle. I think this project turned out so beautiful. I'm so pleased with it. I have never made a lamp out of a bottle, nor have I ever done the marble effect, but I'm so happy with it, and I think it just turned out so beautiful. The decor piece I chose was a pottery jug table lamp that Wayfair had for sale for $197.99.